to lean in, won't we? Okay.
Is that live?
It says it's going live. Oh yeah, it's live.
You ready?
No. Try it like that. Squidge in here.
Shall I hit live?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get a soggy bum. We could eat here. Then if you sit there, you got to sit there. Then we're both in it. We're gonna go live. We're live, and people are gonna wonder what the hell we're doing. Yeah, we actually haven't really announced this very well.
Oh, it's just come up.
Wintercoombe
Wintercoombe Labrador has gone live on YouTube.
Ah, look at me. No one's watching though, so that's a good start, isn't it?
How do we know if anyone's watching?
Well, mine currently says 0. I don't know about yours.
Oh,
got
yes.
any?
People are joining.
Hello.
So,
We've come for a Chinese before we go deer stalking.
we are going deer stalking, but we're doing a bit of alfresco dining to begin with a Chinese and a lovely view.
Nice view.
And hopefully, if we have food first, we'll be able to concentrate more on what we're doing.
Well, I don't know because I'm already worried that there's not enough food.
So we thought we'd just do a live. We had a few questions. Oh, thank you.
You're
Nice
welcome.
We'd do some questions with people.
But we're also open to more questions if you want to give us any. We're going to apologise for the crunching and the eating.
Yeah.
It's not a feeder programme, I promise. It's
Please log off now if you don't like
if you
people
want
eating.
feeder programmes, we're probably not quite your people.
So yeah, we've got some questions that people sent in. We'll have to lean in to look at if anyone else. But yeah, if you've got any questions, please put them there. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is wow.
Oh my days, that looks messy.
Just in case you're wondering, I've got a chicken fried rice with sweet and sour sauce. Very simple.
So, what was our first question? Our first question is very much for you, and that was from somebody that said, how can you get into field sports, I think specifically deer stalking,
Yeah.
but on a budget?
Yeah, so
That's
if you
the key.
haven't got loads of money, can't afford to go and do loads of like expensive paid stalks, I think you've just got to put yourself out there. I think, well, I find more, in today's world, more people are willing to help, because I think if you're genuinely into your field sports and love the sport, you want to support other people getting into it, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, you want to see more people, new people wanting to do it. So I think
Facebook's amazing for that as well, though.
Yeah.
If you're making a connection with somebody in your local area where you can just say, you know, is anyone out there that doesn't mind me tagging along or coming along to help? There's lots of groups out there.
Yeah, I think even if you're happy to just shadow someone to begin with, and then you'll probably get an invite. Loads of deer stalking groups, isn't there?
Yeah.
And just be open with people and just say, like, anyone willing for me to come out? And
Well, you can also start lower down doing things like, you know, some vermin control for people as well.
and then in
If
return
you've got
you
yourself
might-
a rifle, yeah, and in return you might be able to say, you know, I'm happy to come and sit out X number of nights a week or nights a month, and in return, is there any chance that I might be able to have, you know, a doe at the end of the season or
the other
something
thing
like
you
that?
could try is like if on a local shoot, like if you do any beating or anything like that, is offer the keeper, say, look, can I come and do some days work for you, helping with the pens or whatever it is pre-season, and in return would you mind if I had a deer or something? I think that'd be fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you just got to put yourself out there, and more
Just scooch
people
towards
are
me, my love.
willing
We're
to
going out of the picture,
willing
innit?
to help.
Yeah, exactly that. I think that's key. Putting yourself out there, and also don't be afraid. You know, you are going to get rejected.
Yeah.
Some people will say no, it's not convenient, and it's not necessarily against you. It could just be that actually that farmer's already letting his stalking someone else, or you know, there's many a reason, or he may not want people out there. He might have livestock, or for example, on our shoot at the moment, there's areas that we can't go to due to the birds. So don't feel that if you get a couple of rejections, it's something against you, or that you're going to be rejected full stop, you know.
What were our other questions?
Somebody asked if we could shoot anywhere in the world Where would we like to go?
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I'm not really
so-
into the big 5 in Africa. I
No.
don't think that does it for me. I quite like the idea of wild boar shooting.
You can do that in England.
Yeah, but I'd like to do it like full on in France or something. That would be really cool, like in
Like
the
driven.
Pyrenees. Yeah,
No, see, that's not my cup of tea.
I think that
I've seen too many videos of boar running at people and like
Sounds great fun.
knocking them over.
I think that sounds quite an adrenaline rush.
Maybe like Spain. I wouldn't mind going to
What,
Spain.
like partridge shooting? Or
No,
boar?
like on the mountains and things like that. Ibex, other things like that.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
There's a chap that we shoot in Scotland with, and he wants to go to, is it, I want to say Kurdistan, but forgive me if I'm wrong, and that was for shooting ibex, and apparently it's a 2-day trek in and a 2-day trek out, and there is no other access. I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
That sounds like you'd need to take a lot of snacks with you for that.
It doesn't
that
sound
trip.
ideal for me as somebody that can't eat gluten and likes to eat food.
I wouldn't mind going to Africa and stuff like that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going anywhere around the world to shoot, but there are I'm not against anyone that does it, but shooting a giraffe or some things like that
Not
aren't for
those
me.
things, but I quite like the idea of some of the antelope out there.
Yeah, but I was put off recently because somebody I know, he's actually going to Africa, but some friends of his had just come back, I'm sure it was Africa, and his mate got attacked by a cheetah, and his other
my
friend
God.
got yellow fever.
Soon to come out on my YouTube is somebody says that they hope that a cheetah eats me. That's that's a vegan one for you.
Well, I think they're going to be disappointed because we haven't got any
What does
cheetahs
that
here.
say? Looking forward to the headshot dummy thrower. Yeah, apologies about that, poor Raven.
Doing the same
you-
on
I
a
don't
row,
think you saw
maybe
it,
with
did
a
you?
3-pound dummy this time.
I threw a dummy at the dogs while they were training and I smacked her. Literally missed her by her head by that, but only because she ducked right and smacked her square in the forehead.
You're not the best at throwing dummies, are you?
No.
I'll be honest.
No.
Another question was, is there anything in the pipeline for me and you in the future?
Well, we need to get out. Well, we actually need to shoot something, to be fair, because so far we've got 2 out of 3 videos. We've just waffled a lot.
This is
so-
why nobody else comes shooting with us, which is quite nice because they can't put up with our eating and our waffle, but we like it. Yeah, just
So
get
that's
out
one. That would
shooting
be
more.
good. Get out shooting more. We need to do some. I really want to do a dog training video with you.
Yeah,
Sarah's not
weirdly, we don't-
keen. Hassle her. She should do a dog training video with me. She's worried that her dog will, quote unquote, be a bit of a tit, but mine are all the time. So I reckon we can just do it
It
together.
is funny though, isn't it? Because that's how we kind of met each other, is through dogs.
Yes. So therefore,
And
we should do a dog training video.
We go dog training all the time, but we've never actually filmed that side of it, have we? We just do. More foxing. We're going foxing tonight.
Well, we are if I can stay awake.
Yeah.
TBC. Hopefully.
Get a Chinese down you and a few cans of Coke, and you'll be raring to go.
Lots of Mawam in the bag as well.
Yeah. We have got some other stuff coming up, which is exciting that we're going to film. We can't say yet. Tippy top secret. But we will be going away in
Some
September.
plans, yeah. Yeah, I imagine that will be coming up before Christmas, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So by Christmas, everyone should know. So that'd be exciting.
Celine's really excited to go away with me.
I'm so scared.
It's like taking a child away.
I need to get my big girl pants on.
Celine was like, I haven't stayed away from home in ages.
In ages, I've never stayed away from home on my own.
Have you not?
Never. I've only ever left with my parents or with my husband. I have genuinely never ever stayed away.
You'll be fine. You've
Other
got
than
me.
as a child for like a sleepover.
And then we had a, oh my God, Celine doesn't like driving long distance drama for that
Neither
plan.
do you, to be fair.
Yeah, neither do I. I said we'd share the driving, but I knew what was going to happen. Celine was going to do like an hour,
First half an hour.
and then I was going to have to do the rest of the way. So we are getting chauffeur driven there now, so that we don't have to,
Alright.
which will be nice. God, I'm trying to think of the other questions.
Has anybody got a question that's on now?
Oh,
It's
one
gonna
of
be
my
hard to see.
questions was, would you rather be a famous villain or an unknown superhero? What do you think?
So very much about stalking and shooting.
Did get me thinking though.
Famous villain or an unknown superhero? I'd rather be the unknown superhero, I think.
Me too.
Because then I could just do nice things for my family too. That's really sad and, you know.
Old age. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd rather be an unknown superhero, to be fair.
Right, how do you see if we've got any comments? Because this is too complicated.
They'll come up on this. We're like amateurs at this. They'll come up on the screen.
Things have come up.
Yeah, people are waving.
We're going to have a look. That was the headshot. It says
Well,
we're
go
too
down,
scared to shoot them. Well, there's not that. We just don't really want to shoot somebody in the process.
To shoot what?
Oh, hello. It is a nice view. You're right. I got a little comment there.
It is lovely.
It's a lovely view. I don't know if you can see truly behind us, but we squashed the bag. We'll flatten the bag.
We might
Mind
actually
my bum.
see some
Over
bucks out
there.
here tonight.
I don't know if you can see it. Over there somewhere is Lime Regis, which is very nice.
We might see some bucks out here tonight. Because we've always had cattle in this field, haven't we?
Yes.
We have always looked around it, but there's always been cattle out here, so...
We may do, depending on how much we chat. I've got a fly in my dinner.
Hang on, you've got to
Go away.
scroll back to the bottom now,
Ew.
because we're going to miss...
Oh my gosh, it's all gone wrong.
Right, hang on. Right, we're back at the bottom. Back at the bottom.
Oh, other things that are happening is you're coming out picking up with us this year.
Yeah, that's not far away, is it?
No, not far away, so that won't be long.
I always get nervous when it comes round. Like, it comes round really quickly, doesn't it? And I'm like, ooh.
My first day is in 2 weeks and I am absolutely not prepared. The dogs are a bit lazy and fat.
I noticed my Sika Labrador. My Sika Labrador. She looks really fat today. I think it's because she's had too many apples off the apple tree.
Oh, mine keeps stealing them as well.
And she's starting to look a bit fat. So I might bring my young black Labrador out this year if Selena's approving.
I'll bring the camera.
First time out, it'll be her first time out. Gonna go one of two ways, isn't it? To be fair, I would never have took Fawn out if you hadn't forced me to. Turned out quite well. Dog training would be a good idea. Steadiness to the shot could be a start. Yeah, a video.
Well, we can do that with our dummy launcher. We've done some dummy launching before. Although, funnily enough, when we did it, we just filmed one and then the other. But we should do a video really together and get all the dogs lined up. And yeah,
Steady to the shot would be a good one pre-season. And it would appear that my red lab, who was very steady, last time we went out training, there was no steadiness there
she
at
was
all.
keen.
She was more than keen. Jesus. So yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea to do some training with that.
I've just had my Willow's just come into season. I think Raven's due in season, so
I think one of mine's coming in.
mine have gone quite overexcited. But hopefully that means that I will have both of them for the whole season, even if Raven misses the very beginning. I'll have her for January, which was my problem month.
Yeah.
The hazard of having girls is that we get to January. Normally they come in at Christmas.
You didn't do very well on in last year either, did you?
No, the year before was diabolical though. The year before I was down to one dog.
Yeah, last season.
No, the year before that was terrible. I had Willow out for 8 weeks, 10 weeks. And River was out for 4. And then she went back for 2 and then came into season for 3. And they would come over the top of each other.
This is the thing, you can plan all these picking up days, can't you? And have loads of dogs.
Yeah.
But the reality is you can end up with one
You've got to have
dog.
the wrong one that gets injured and then one other comes into season and I'm just throwing things on the floor now.
Sorry, there's a fly trying to get my cake. Yeah, and then you can end up with not many dogs at all and then you're like, great, I've got quite a few days picking up to do. So the plan tonight is to get ourselves a nice buck.
The plan
Part
times
2.
42. Yeah.
And then hopefully see some foxes. So you've had a bit of an issue with foxes around pens, haven't you?
I think it's always an issue on all shoots that you get foxes hanging around. And to be fair, Steve's done a great job. He's shot quite a few recently.
I think he's
But we've just got a young with a vixen, which is in one of our previous videos, and she had a litter of cubs and they were really close to one of our pens. I think we've just got one cub that's just sitting under the radar at the moment, so that's one to sort out. But
I was going to say it's Mac of trying, like he's done a bloody good job with his shooting.
a really
But
good job.
there's obviously one or two just lingering about.
But I'm hoping where we are now, you know, it might be worth sitting up over there actually, to be fair, before we mosey on, because
Yeah.
we've got intelligence from the farmer on a buck at the other end. But you know, during the day they have been seen here quite a lot as well. So maybe worth us just heading back over that way. We went that way last time where we had the cows with us that came to view. So
Yeah.
we might head over and have a little look.
It's hard, especially when you've got like a big patch of ground to know where to start, really. Can you see it? Your screen's tiny.
My screen is tiny. So someone says what we're going to do after eating. So plan today is we're going to eat this, going to have a little Chinese, then we are going to go out stalking. We'll post a video in the future. It'll be difficult to film and stalk. The service is terrible, which is why we're stuck in one place.
Yeah.
We do not have very good service in the middle of nowhere.
We can't do an Instagram live out stalking.
We can't do an Instagram live out stalking. If we can get a tiny bit of service somewhere, I might pop back on for 5 minutes. But realistically, it's probably going to pop back up in a video soon. You've eaten these cold crackers because they're really
I've not
yummy.
had any yet.
You need to.
So yeah, a bit of stalking and then a bit of fox shooting if we can keep Celine awake.
Right, any
hope
more
so.
questions before we stuff our faces? I'll give you a couple of minutes to chuck some on there. Does anybody else want to ask anything?
Shooting, stalking, gun
Going
dog
on
related. I think you want to know about us. Not too personal though.
If anyone wants to know, I'm older than Sarah, and no, I'm not her mother, as someone commented on a previous video of mine.
Is that your daughter?
Thank you. Oh my god, your daughter's so cool. Yeah,
You're not
thanks.
massively older than me. You're not
Well,
hugely older.
according to
than
them, I am.
me. No. I think people always think I'm younger than I am though. I get ID'd still all the time.
Do you?
I got ID'd for cowpole. And I was
I
just,
think you were taking it.
it's like, if I'm going to do something, it's not going to be cowpole. Don't think that's going to touch the sides.
Wow.
A lot of people are shocked to find out that I'm a mum as well. They're like, you're not old enough. And I'm like, yeah, I am.
Wow.
I don't think I look that young personally, but hey ho. It's not a bad thing, I suppose.
Well,
Until you don't have
evidently
any
I
idea.
look a lot older because I've also been told that I look like a grandma.
No,
Thanks for that, everyone.
that's just caught you on a bad day.
From a video.
Oh, really? It was a bad angle, that must have been.
Yeah, definitely. Either that or I started young.
So Celine's on a YouTube live as well, by the way. So we got two phones on go. So I was just trying to see in Celine's one because hers. Oh,
Mine's on a tiny screen.
tiny screen. Hang on.
I think we've answered that question.
Hi Sarah and you. Okay. Oh, okay. Really tiny.
There was one other question someone asked. I genuinely can't remember what it was. Can you remember what the question was? If anyone's just joined, we're having a Chinese in the field before we go deer stalking, by the way.
I always find it
Obviously.
awkward when people join halfway through because you
We
kind
just
of
shuffle up a bit because
you've kind of said what you're doing and then people join and they're like, what are those
What are
strange
those weirdos
people
doing sat in the field eating Chinese?
It is stunning up here though, isn't it? I have to say it's not
And it tipped it down this morning.
it's
Absolutely tipped it down.
this is not the most pleasant picking up ground. You've not been picking up until you've been picking up here. If you're not fit, you are screwed.
Oh, you know it. Where, I don't know if you can see below us down here, that's kind of the direction that you're headed, and I can assure you it is, well, it's a slog coming back up that hill.
What goes down must come up.
Unfortunately so.
Yeah.
And everyone stops to admire the view quite a few times. It's that point where you go, I might just see if there's another cow missing, and you have a quick count. How many cows are in that field next to us? And then
Because you're just trying to be able to breathe again.
30 seconds later say, I think I might need to just count those cows again.
I don't find it gets any easier either towards the end of the season.
It is a hell of a meal before stalking. Definitely. It was needed to be done.
Yeah, we thought we'd switch it up a bit. We normally just bring snacks.
Well, I've got those as well.
Woo! But to be honest, I'm sick of listening to
Simone.
That was Celine moan. Simone. I'm sick of listening to Celine moan that
Sorry
she's
about
hungry.
the wind, by the way.
So, whole Chinese, that should keep her going for a few hours.
Well,
Simone. And then this evening, we have some others joining us
Later on.
for foxing. It's going to be men versus women foxing tonight. Who can get the most?
Obviously they're going to lie.
Probably not us, because we'll go home early. We could actually just pretend we're out and have gone home and be at home with our feet up on the sofa like, oh, haven't seen anything yet.
Good idea.
We could just be messaging them like we're still there, but we won't be.
Have you got any old footage that you can send them of a fox that you've had?
Yes.
That's 3 now.
We're going home.
Night here.
We're going home. We've had enough of all this shooting. We've shot so many, we want to go home. I'm glad it's not like you say, the weather this morning was ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I did think this morning, surely not, we're not going out in that.
Glorious now though.
I'm struggling to get through this rice. It's quite filling.
How? I've nearly eaten mine. Oh, oh no.
There goes your fork.
Excuse me.
What or where do all your antlers go for? That's a good one. So, any deer that I shoot, or we shoot, we keep all the heads on them. So any roebucks, we keep them. I do get a few taxidermied, not all of them, because taxidermy's not cheap, but if it happened to be like a gold medal or something really good, then I would get it taxidermy.
I would so love to do taxidermy. It's on my sort of bucket list.
Really?
Yeah.
What, to do it yourself?
The only thing is, I don't really like eyeballs.
They're not real though.
Well, they are when you have to peel them off of the animal to get its skin
Oh,
out.
okay, yeah.
But I like poke its eyeballs out.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
I just don't know if I could do that bit.
I couldn't do any of it. I haven't got the patience. But we just
Well,
anything.
what about if I did the bulk of it, and then when it got really gruesome bit, you could do that bit because it's only the eyeballs?
Yeah, I guess so. That might work. But yeah, any that don't get taxidermy, we basically just boil the heads up and display them on the wall. So it's just like the skull essentially and the antlers. So yeah, everything gets. I've never ever not kept a single roe head at all.
No, all of ours are
I wouldn't even give my antlers to the dogs.
in the hallway. No, I'm never really sure if you're supposed to do something special to them.
Aren't you supposed to like? Well, I know for legs they get like dehydrated. So like a roe leg goes into like a dehydrating machine.
They stink. They don't.
They do stink.
Once they've got gobby soggy, they absolutely stink. I'm not sure about that.
So yeah, everything gets kept. Nothing gets wasted.
Well, and the animal itself, there's a local farm shop that are brilliant, and in the farm shop they'll do butchery. So
yes.
they butcher, which is fantastic. It's really, really handy, and then you can have it either in small joints, big joints, you know, ready for burgers, sausages, etc.
So somebody on your YouTuber says, in what part of the UK are you in?
We're in the southwest. So right down the bottom. I don't know if you can see in the background, not that far from the sea. But yeah, we're in the southwest. It tends to be
Wet.
Yeah, I was going to say, it tends to be, in some ways, maybe a bit brighter than the north, but man alive, it can be wet down here. Because I think a lot of the weather comes across the Atlantic and hits this side of the country. So it's hitting Cornwall, Devon, Dorset and Wales before it heads over to the east. And the east is a lot drier. I'm originally from the east, and here is a lot wetter than the east, for sure. Southeast, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the east of England is definitely drier. It's definitely wetter here.
This is a rare bit of sunshine that we get.
Oh no, we have some lovely days, but yes, it can also be a bit
2 days of the
sketchy.
year. That's why we're eating outside. We've got to make the most of it because winter will be here in a minute.
I've got the hiccups now. What do they say?
Lovely looking place. It is absolutely stunning here.
This is part of our shoot. So we've got a pheasant shoot here. One of the places we'll be stalking later.
Oh, someone said in the southwest too, and it's bloody windy today. Be an interesting one for you both tonight. Yes, it will be. However, I think it's good that we've got a bit of wind because when we went out last time, it was so still. You could literally.
Well,
Yeah.
I got some dust and I threw it in the air and it just came straight back down again.
Yeah. There was
Got
no
some
wind
dust
at
and I
all.
threw it in the air and it came straight back down again, and both of us went, well, there is nothing we can do with that at all.
Yeah, it's like, which way should we stalk? Which way's the wind going? Oh wait, there's no wind at all. Yeah, it was 2 still, wasn't it, last time?
Just move that camera down so that they can see some of this view, because it is stunning. I don't know if that will help at all. Move myself out the
So
way.
yeah, I'm
With the old prawn crackers.
pleased that we've actually got a bit of wind tonight.
Yes.
I say it's not too bad, but we are hid behind a hedge.
Yeah,
so.
to be fair, the reason that we're sat specifically in this spot is because there is a massive hedge behind us, and we were trying to protect ourselves a little bit from the wind, or the camera anyway, so that we didn't have so much noise, or the microphone didn't have so much noise. What else have we got? We're not doing much for Lyme Regis tourism. Okay, well, to be fair, no, Lyme Regis is lovely, but you have to admit it can be wet.
Lyme Regis has got the best sweet shop. Nerds.
Oh yeah,
They've got a really good sweet shop at Lyme Regis.
I love how the other day there was a thing in a paper, and it came out and it said Lyme Regis has the highest number of, what did they say, the highest number of second homes, and it's absolutely killing the town and no one comes here anymore. It was hilarious because you clicked on it on like Facebook or whatever, and the comments all replied with, have you been to Lyme Regis? That's categorically not true. Lyme Regis is heaving. It's always heaving. Lyme Regis is thriving. It is thriving. It's our favourite
I went
place
there
to go.
a few weeks ago, and you could barely even find a patch to sit on the beach.
That's why we go fishing. Oh, that was the other question. Do we ever go fishing?
Oh no, we don't. Celine is a pro fisher.
Why am I pro fishing?
You're always off fishing somewhere.
Oh, with George. I go fishing with my son who's 10. He's big into his sea fishing. Well, I say sea fishing, shore fishing. I don't do boats.
No.
So yeah, we do that probably once a month, sometimes twice a month. Great fun, really good fun. But I am not very good at touching fish. It's
No.
do you know? So the guy that runs the fishing club is hilarious. He's called Scott, and he cannot get his head around it. To be fair, neither can I, because he says the fish is thrashing around, but surely a pheasant thrashes around, and that is very true.
Yeah, but it's something about a fish. I think it's the sliminess.
I don't know, it's just the fact that they wriggle when I don't expect them to wriggle, and I just worry that I won't be able to hold it, and I can't. I need to get over it. I've managed to hold one so far in a poo bag, and I used the poo bag as a glove, so I didn't make direct contact when I went on this canal and river fishing.
Why don't you
thing.
just take some gloves with you?
Because I forgot.
Okay.
So basically, I took George on the Canal and River Trust free fishing thing, and it's brilliant. It's called Let's Fish, and I signed him up to it. And when we turned up there were 2 men doing the Let's Fish thing, and I saw he was expecting someone else, and he said, "Oh no, they've just blown out last minute. Do you want to fish?" And I went,
Uh-oh.
"Yes, but I don't really like touching fish. What's the chance I'll catch something?" And he said quite high, literally, rod hits the water, fish on the line. I pulled it in and then went, ah! So he said, maybe you need a cover. So I did manage. The only thing I had in my pocket, because all pockets have one, was a poo bag. So I put the poo bag on my hand, and I very briefly managed to touch it. But, you know, I'm working my way up.
Maybe I haven't fished enough. I have tried fishing, but I find it makes me angry. I don't find, like, people go, oh, it's lovely and relaxing. It makes me angry.
Oh, it genuinely is relaxing.
No, I'm sat there thinking, come on then, I haven't got all day.
Okay, well,
And
I
then if
apologise
something
to the
just
carp fishermen, because I
nibbles-
do find that to be... I like sitting by the sea. I suppose that's the reality of it. So I
Yeah.
just kind of feel like I'm doing something while sitting by the sea.
I'm not very good at sitting. Like, I like deer stalking, go deer stalking, not shoot anything, have a great time. But I guess because we're moving about all the time and looking, but just sitting there with a little rod waiting for something to nibble it, I've not got time for that. It just gets me frustrated.
Probably not one for our future videos. Although,
Could be
that
funny.
said, I think I might give it a go. Someone sent you a text message saying fatty.
Oh, that's Richard's son.
To be fair, yes, we are.
Are you
Oh
so...
no, I've just dumped it in the thing.
3-second rule.
Cow shit.
I can't see, we're both blind.
I'm not blind.
Are you starting your shooting with grouse?
Okay, so I no is the answer. We don't do that much grouse shooting. I mean, we're about as far south as you can get.
Yeah.
We do go up grouse shooting normally once a year, normally later into the season. My husband and I will go up probably somewhere around, sometimes we've gone up late September. This year we're going up for a week in October. We're not big grouse shooters. We're actually going up for a mixed week, so we're doing 3 days with one party, 2 days with another. I think we basically leave here on the Sunday. We shoot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Change over of parties on the Thursday. Party 2 shoot Friday, Saturday. We come home Sunday. It's going to be full on.
That is busy.
And that will be mixed. So we'll probably have a day of partridge on the moor. There's normally the middle day of the 3-dayer is mini driven. So it's a great day. That's my favourite days, actually. I normally shoot that.
Yeah.
And we've had like 12, 13 species.
Oh, nice.
Like maybe 40, 45, 50 birds slash rabbits slash hare slash. I like those days. And then we'll normally do maybe some grouse, not big grouse, just a couple of grouse, bit of driven grouse. And then in the morning of that, usually we go to the geese on the loch, which is really good fun. There's a loch there and 60,000 pinkfoot geese go onto this loch. So that's an early start. And then the last 2 days we'll do a similar package, but for a different party, without the middle day, basically.
Yeah.
So there'll be a little bit there, but not
Love Scotland.
stunning. We only go to the borders, didn't even
Yeah.
have to travel that far, which
Yeah.
is quite nice. But, you know, it's still 8 hours, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah,
It's a bit of
still a
schlep.
drive.
What's the bottom one saying?
With you, it is Sarah who broke the bone of the deer's foot.
So when we shot the buck, and you were starting to gralloch, and you cut the lower limbs off, that was Sarah. Sarah was prepping the deer ready to hang it up so that she could then gralloch it. So it was the beginning of her prepping the deer.
Yeah.
At the end of the video on, I think it was my Bucks and Burgers 2,
Part 2.
and you did a part 2 as well.
Always view our part 2s because they're generally where we actually shoot something. Just
Or the combined one. To be fair, this part 1 was bloody hilarious.
Yeah, it was good. It
This
was a good part
was
1.
funny.
We're
We're going to actually have to start going and do it. 20
It's
past
20
6.
past
Oh my
6.
God, we need to go.
We do need to get a move on.
Yeah, we're going to get a move on now.
Because it gets dark earlier.
Let's bust this funky joint, my friend.
Right, wish us luck. We'll let you know if we actually manage to see anything, shoot anything. We'll be back. We will report back with our findings.
We will. And keep your eyes peeled for some videos in the future.
Right, let's do it.
See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.